Here we are again. Here we are again, and I've forgotten to put my lamp there. Give me a sec. This is a great start, isn't it? Good evening, everybody. And welcome to, if you can still hear me from my external microphone, the preview. There we go. You can actually see me now. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, one and all, to the preview for Hull City versus Sheffield Wednesday. Match day 17 in the Championship. And we are winless in 8. So, what has Tim Walter done to address this issue? What has Tim said and done this week to the players? They've been working every day, he says. Perhaps if what you're working on every day isn't working in practice on the football pitch, you should, I don't know, try something different. Just an idea. But that'd be simple, wouldn't it? That would be far too easy to admit responsibility for the things that are going wrong. That's why he didn't go over to the fans. That's why. That is the reason. That is why he didn't go over to the fans. Because he can't face people telling him that he is wrong. Because his way of playing is so unique and he's the only one that does it because it's the most obvious thing to do. No, it's because he's the only one stupid enough to play that way. Why do you think all the managers keep commending him on what he's trying to do? Because it's so unusual. And if they commend him, it looks to the owner like he's doing all right, giving teams games, just getting a bit unlucky at the end. The stats back it up, even though the eye test doesn't say that at all. Because, well, for the managers, it keeps... chances are a win against us keeps them in a job if they're under pressure. And keeping Tim Walter in a job means every other manager can benefit. Anyway, good evening, Simon. Hope they weren't working in the rain. Don't want him getting wet. You're living in England now, Tim. It's always raining. 352 Marsh says 3 at the back, bank of 3 across the middle, Giles at left wing, got 2 strikers. It really is quite simple. And you know what? We will start with this. This is back because I have gone for something rather similar. For a 3-4-3. Panda in goal. Drama at right back. 3 centre-backs. A Coyle. We don't know why that was loading there. Coyle, Hughes and Jones with Giles at left wing back. Central midfielders, Alzate and Slater. Harsh on Xavi, I know, but I think Steven Alzate is fit, so you've just got to play him. Even if you can only get 45 minutes out of him, you've just got to play him. On the right, Abu Kamara. On the left, Ryan Longman. And up top, João Pedro, because let's be honest, he's more of a threat than Bedia is. On the bench, with Choppy, McLaughlin, Amir. Harry Vaughan in there, because boy is smashing it. Xavier Simons, Gustavo Puerta, Will Jarvis, Casey Palmer, and Mason Burstow. That's what I'd go for. That's what I'd do. And I hope there's a chat about it being too wet tomorrow. I said on the pod last night, if it's not raining, is it dry enough for you? Is it dry enough for you? Goes similar to, are we loud enough for you, really, doesn't it? Let's not waste time because this is an elephant in the room. Sinek's injured again with 3 to 4 weeks out, knee injury. Alzate likely to be involved. Cartwright and Lottatala both back in training. Balumi, Miller, Rushworth and Zambrano. The latter one through suspension, the 3 formers all through injury, remain absent. It surprised me that Malin was back in the squad. It really did. Really did surprise me that Malin was back was back in the side. And let's be honest, he's going to start because for some reason he's the first name on Walter's team sheet. I don't know why. What does he do? It's raining, it's boring, your football is boring. Kamara on the right wing, never. Exactly. Like Tim has acknowledged in a press conference that playing on the right is Kamara's best position. He's acknowledged that. But why hasn't he played him there then? Why? I understand it when Balumi's fit, but Balumi's not fit. Why have you still put him on the left, man? He's lost me. So Tim's now said he didn't clap the fans at Luton because the fans were cheering for the team. He didn't want to cheer for him. Well, technically, he's part of. He's like they're cheering for the team. They're cheering for the club, and I didn't want to. Well, in other words, he knows he'd have gone over there and got absolute pelters and booed. So he didn't want to disrupt the moment the team had. So Tim Walter, man, he's lost. Lost me. No faith at all. Time to drop Amir. Yes, absolutely is time to drop Amir. Or play him centrally like you should do, like he's a proper midfielder. Oh, wait, we don't use the midfield, forget it. Yeah, just drop him. Because on the wings, which is the only way we play, he's too isolated and he's a victim of this system being absolutely shocking. Yeah, God, this is bleak, isn't it? This is absolutely bleak. But here we are. Here we are. Still here. Still moving, still coming along. It's getting pretty cringe on how comfortable Tim feels and thinks he's going to be a years with this form. Doesn't seem to know that he could get sacked. But the thing is, he won't get sacked within the next month. He'll still be here at Christmas. It's exactly a month until Christmas today. And Tim, I think Tim Walter will still be here at Christmas, and I think he'll still be here at the end of January. I really do. I think it's going to take a Wigan 8-0-esque disaster for Adjun to make a change. And that could well be coming against Middlesbrough because they beat Oxford 6-2, Luton 5-1. So what the hell are they going to do to us? Can you see us scoring 2? No, I can't. Can you see them scoring minimum 4? Yeah, I think I can. Anyway. It's all, I was going to say it's all games, isn't it? But whatever. Might not be Walter that relegates us, but if Adjun, if he doesn't change it, yeah, if he makes the change too late, if he makes the change at March international break when we're, for hypothetical sake, 7 points out, 7 points inside the relegation zone, then it's too late. That manager who's taken us down can't be criticised for it because it was just an impossible job that they'd take over in this hypothetical scenario. His position's untenable to everyone but him and Adjun. The two people that matter, really. I mean, of course, us fans matter, but the two people that, you know, one in the job and two, the one who can remove him from the job, don't think he's under any pressure at all. Adjun's looking at performances and going, content with this. But we've not won in 8 games, soon to be 9, soon to be 10. Probably after that against Blackburn, soon to be 11. Watford 12, Coventry 13, Swansea 14, Preston 15, Blackburn again 16, Leeds 17, Middlesbrough before that 18. There is genuinely a conceivable way Tim Walter goes 18 games unbeaten. Sorry, 18 games, not 18 games unbeaten. Oh my God, 18 games without a win and still has a job. There genuinely is a possibility of that. And it's alarming that it's such a real thing. Marsh thinks he has 5 games left. I think he needs 9 points from them to keep his job. So that's tomorrow, Middlesbrough, Blackburn, Watford, Coventry. At least he could spend Christmas with his family in Germany. And yes, Coxie, you basically did say he'd rather lose playing our way than score loads of goals by coincidence, which is just bonkers to me. If there's an alternative that in this hypothetical scenario again can get you goals, but you wouldn't want to do it, it blows my mind. Blows my mind. Ref watch. Have we got a good one in store? Not really. Oliver Langford's the referee. 2 liners are Mark Stevens and Greg Reed. 4th officials David Webb. Let's move on and look at these stats because the stats back up what Tim Walter has been saying. They do. That is just a fact. They do. But the only stat that matters is the scoreline. And we've not scored more than 1 in our last 8 games. And we've had 3 consecutive defeats. More double shots, but we had the same shots on target as them. More possession, but scored 1 less goal. It's almost as if something isn't working. To an extent, yes, this is on the players, but it's the manager who can tactically change things and change the way they operate and change formation, etc., to aid in getting better chances. Because a lot of them are like we create 1 or 2 good chances a game. What? West Brom, Pedro scored it. You can't expect him to score it every week. You just can't expect him to score the 1 chance he gets every week. And look, he hit the post with it. At this point, we just need scrappy wins to get us out of danger. Yes, we have a squad that's capable of staying up, but not a manager that can keep that squad up. The squad is better than what Walter's getting out of it. Not much better, but better. This is a solid mid-table team. Yet we're 5 points above the foot of the table. Makes you think, doesn't it? Makes you think. Managers nowadays seem wedded to their style of play or philosophy, this and that. My philosophy is win in whatever way possible. I think you have to have a backbone style to fall back on if things aren't going your way. But you do equally need to be a little bit adaptable. Not just a little bit, quite adaptable, very adaptable to look at what's going on in front of you and change and adapt. If you're playing a team that like to get the ball on the deck and knock it about like we did last year, do what teams did against us at home last season, where you sit and play a low block and they've got to find a way through you. Pompey, prime example. In the first half, the one thing they got right was their press, but we just about managed to play through it. So at halftime, John Mousinho just said, look, right, we're pressing well, but they're finding a way out. So just intensify it. They want to go keeper, centre-back, full-back, winger. They don't bother with the midfield. So don't press the midfield players. Don't mark the midfield players. Just press the defence. Press the full-backs, press the centre-backs, put pressure on the goalkeeper. Easy. Jobs are good. And they smashed it. They smashed it with that. And Enchep, I would kill for a 0-0 at the moment. We've kept 1 clean sheet all year. 1 clean sheet all year. It's bonkers. It's bonkers. Anyway, it's going to be a very different Sheffield Wednesday team to the team that played us in the Carabao Cup because I don't think Piers Charles will start. That's for sure. Charlie McNeil, who ran us ragged, has not played since. Anyway, so I mean, it's a decent squad. Deshaun, we know how good he is. Cracking defender, absolutely cracking defender. Nathaniel Chalaba's not played yet. Barry Bannon, he's a stalwart of that team now. Josh Windass, of course, we know about that name. And put them players like Gassama, Musaba will cause us problems. They just will. And Sheffield Wednesday are in a strange position where they play teams off the park but just can't get a point. And one of my mates here at uni, he's a Sheffield Wednesday fan, so I said that will change tomorrow because we will play you off the park for the first half, maybe get a goal, and then in the second half we'll just shit ourselves and lose and lose. If we go 1-up, lose 2-1, because that's just how the season goes. And their form then 1, 2, 3, 4. Ignore that because it's the cup. 5. They beat Pompey, lost 6-2 to Watford, beat Norwich, lost 1-0 to Sheffield United. Then they were brilliant against Cardiff. But the problem is they do play well. They're doing what we do, really, where the performance is there, but they just can't finish. But they're getting more results out of that than we are. And then, look, I'm not even looking at our phones. It's just depressing. You know what it is. No wins in 8. And in the table, that leaves us nestled in the relegation zone. It's now 4 points we've got above bottom of the table, who also haven't won a game in their last 5. It's frustrating. It's so frustrating. Sheffield Wednesday up there in 15th. Luton have leapfrogged there. They've got put a little bit of daylight between them and the bottom 3 now. Stoke were terrible when we played them, and they're up in 12th. And then there's Middlesbrough, the league's highest scorers on 29. What are they going to do to us on Saturday? I get the feeling that could be an expensive away day to forget. Around the grounds then, tomorrow, Sheffield United play Oxford. These are the 1/4-8s, by the way. Sheffield United, Oxford, Burnley, Coventry, Watford, Bristol City, Stoke, Preston, Norwich, Plymouth. Us, Sheffield Wednesday. The 8 o'clock tomorrow is Sunderland versus West Brom. On Wednesday, 1/4-8, are Leeds versus Luton. Cardiff v QPR in a dogfight at the bottom of the league. Middlesbrough, Blackburn, and Portsmouth, Millwall. And then the 8 o'clock is Derby versus Swansea. Memorable match. We've got to go back to when we played them in the league at home last season, haven't we? 1-4-2, 2-fan hat-trick. Aaron Connolly scored when he came on at the end. Fantastic performance. Fantastic performance. In goal was Ingram, back forwards Coyle, Jones, McLaughlin and Greaves. Midfield 3 of Seri, 2-fan and Slater. Wings were Traore and Lakilo, and we had Liam Delap up top. The bench was Lotta Tyler, the goalkeeper, Ryan Longman, Xavier Simons, Oscar Estupinian, Brandon Fleming, Andy Smith, Cyrus Christie, Ollie Green, and Aaron Connolly. Ollie Green. Should have kept Greeny. What's bad is we already know what Valter will say after every game. Yeah, that's because the last 8 games have all been the same. Yes, well, we played well, but we didn't take the chances that we had. And yeah, but we lost the game, Tim. Talk about performance all you like, mate, but we lost the game. Another time we lost the game was last time out when we last time out against these a lot when we lost 2-1 to them in the cup. Conceded a stupid goal after a minute. Malin made it 1-1. just before the 10th minute. Then on the 10th minute, we lost it. Finn Burns had a goal wrongfully disallowed, but well, so did Tyrell Sellers-Fleming, but still lost. We lost to their reserves, so it really wasn't that good. Team was Rachoppy in what to date is his only Hull City appearance. Slater at right back, Jones, McLaughlin, Giles. Burns as a holding midfielder, Abdush and Malem alongside him in midfield. Jarvis and Miller the wingers, Sellers, Fleming up top the bench, Panda the keeper, Coyle, Simons, Estupinian, Seri, Smith, Jacob, Ashby and Nathan Tinsdale. What's next? It's the record next, isn't it? Which in the league is good. It works in our favour, this. They've not won at our place since 2018 in the league, but we've lost our last two against them, and well, in all competitions, we've lost our last two against them. And a key thing about it is we're shocking this year. Absolutely shocking. Shared shirts. It's a good one today. It's one I'd forgotten about, to be honest. But here we are. It's Michael Hector. We had him on loan from Chelsea in 2017-18. Played 38 times for us. Scored once. Add one to each of the numbers in there, and you get Wen and his record for Sheffield Wednesday on loan from Chelsea the very next season, 18-19. One more appearance for them than us and one more goal as well. Loved giving a penalty away, though, did Michael Hector. Loved giving a penalty away. I did my wanted lineup earlier, but here we are, predicted team. Here we go. Panda in goal, right back, Coyle, Hughes, Jones, left back, Drama. That I wouldn't change, to be fair. Simons in midfield, Slater. Okay, yeah, see it. He should start Palmer, or put Abdush centrally, but he won't. He'll play Malem. Or Alzate, but he'll play Malem. On the right, I think he'll put Burstow there because he seems intent on putting Abu Kamara on the left, which means Longman doesn't get a start, and up top, Pedro. The bench would chop it, although it wouldn't surprise me to see Badia get put back in. Bench would choppy Giles, McLaughlin, Badia, Amer, Longman, Alzate, Puerta, and Palmer. And predicted score, I'm going to go for a very, very optimistic 2-0 defeat. And Tim will still be in a job come Saturday. Give it Andy Dawson for the foreseeable. Thank you for watching, everybody. I will see you at some point for a Matchday vlog because I've got Wednesday free from uni and I'm at home, so I will actually edit this one and put it out for all of you guys to watch. Thank you for watching. I'll see you then. Up the Tigers. Goodbye.